Hi everyone, thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor Golf Coaching. Today we're going to have a look on the practice ground so you can work on this on the range or the practice ground at how to get you releasing your body better through impact, how to get your arms extending a lot better as you go through the strike, and how to get more club head speed into that club head through the strike on the golf ball to give you more power. Let's go and have a look at some more game-changing golf coaching. Hi everyone, thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor Golf Coaching. My name's Natalie Adams. Today we're going to have a look at how to get you hitting the ball further and more consistently with strike and directional control. So really great video here to help you with most of the things that you'll need a little bit of help with in your golf game. Now, we're going to be talking about the turn of your body and how to release the golf club. And a lot of people that I work with, just let me pop that over there, a lot of people that I work with will swing to the top, and then as they're coming into the ball, we'll start to see that they get this kind of chicken wing look, this left elbow buckling and the elbow moving upwards, the handle of the club moving upwards as they're going through impact, and they're finding it very hard to get the hands forward and to generate this forward lean in the shaft where the handle is closer to the target than the club head is as you hit the ball. If we can achieve this position here as you come through impact, so we've got the body rotated towards the target, the hands have gone through impact and they're getting in front of the left thigh or even to the left edge of the body there before the club head strikes the ball, we're going to get a really good connection on the ball. We're going to be as powerful as we can be, because once you've got into this position, you can then release that club head through the ball, so you're delivering maximum speed in the club head through the strike, which obviously, if you've got speed in the club head as you strike the ball, it's going to result in more distance so you can hit that golf ball. If you're making more of this movement through impact though, number one, the club, as you're doing this, the handle is getting pulled upwards, so the club head is moving up from the ground. So strike's going to become a lot more of an issue for you. You might find that you're hitting the top of the ball quite frequently because of that movement. Also, as you move through like this, you're not able to rotate your body as the club travels through, so you're only swinging with the speed that your arms can generate, and that isn't as powerful as if you rotate your body and then accelerate your arms through. Rotating your body into position first, you're using bigger muscles that can generate more power, more speed, and then you're adding your arms into it as well. This movement here is just very much with the arms, so you're not going to hit as far as you can. And also, if we look down the line from this angle, if we're coming in and we're trying to hit or make the club head swing along this target line, if we're making this movement here, you can see that this movement will pull the club head to the inside of that target line quite quickly. You're going to find it quite difficult to hit straight golf shots unless they're going straight to the left. So a lot of things we can improve here. Now, I've just got this set up for us to give you a very basic concept with why that is happening in your golf swing and why you're finding it difficult to release the arms and the club and extend the arms through the ball through impact to get full release into that golf club. So if we look at this concept here, okay, in your golf swing, you've got your body and your core rotating round. And you've also got, while that's happening, the club head rotating round you in very simple terms on a circle, in an arc. But that's a very simple concept. Okay, so here we go. We've got two arcs here. This would represent, the center one would represent the rotation in my body, and the outer one here is going to represent the rotation of the club head around that. And I've got a stick here that I've just cut in two and just taped back together, because that's the connection between the body rotation and the club head moving on its arc around you. So this is your arms and the shaft of the club. If I just set up again, so that diagram, or this little apparatus here, is going to represent this kind of setup. The center circle is going to be my core rotating, the outer circle is going to be the club head rotating around my core, and the stick that's connecting the two, my arms and the shaft. Okay, so if we look at rotational speeds here, for these two circles, again in very simple terms, to stay relative to each other, as you swing back you have to move in a synchronized way. If the outer circle, so the club head, moves too quickly for the inner circle, there will be a breakdown of this stick. Okay, so if that happens on your backswing, you may possibly see that club head's moving quicker than your body's turning. You may see that you buckle at your left elbow and you find it hard to keep that left arm straight. Now similarly on your downswing, so if you're at the top of the swing and you're trying to swing back down now, if this outer circle, so the club head, is rotating quicker through impact than the inner circle is, you can see that again this stick, it can't move because the inner circle is not moving. So if the outer circle's still going, something will have to buckle and you'll end up with the chicken wing, because this will have to buckle to allow that outer circle to move because it's connected to that inner circle. So if we look at that here, if we get to the top and you start to accelerate the club head quicker than you're rotating your body back towards the ball and then the target, so the club head arrives at the ball before you've managed to get your core into position, this right side of your body is not releasing at the target. Now you would be able to keep your left arm straight if you let go of the club, but the connector is your right arm here between your right side and that handle, and it can't get over there to hold the handle. Now as a golfer you're not going to let go of that handle, so what will happen is you'll buckle your left arm to keep that connection. So that's what's causing that chicken wing as you go through. You're not rotating your body into position at a speed that's relative to the speed that the club head is moving around its arc, and the club head's ending up getting to the ball before you've got your body into position. So if we want to improve that release, if we want to be able to extend the arms through, we've got to work on changing where you put the speed into that club head, because you're tending to put the speed into the club head up here in the upper higher part of your swing, and what we should be doing there is we should be accelerating the lower body first, and then as the lower body's accelerating and turning, that is going to work upwards into your upper body, so that when you've got the club here, this is when you can then accelerate the rotation in the upper body to release that club. And you'll see from that position there, I can now release my arms out really straight. So I'm extending my arms really well through the shot there, and I'm releasing the club head with the speed going through the ball. So it's going to help me hit my golf shots a lot better. But it's going to feel very strange to you when you do this. So here are 3 tips to help you get that synchronization of how to turn that lower body first and then to turn the upper body, so we get the speed of rotation into that lower body turning at the target in the higher part of this downswing, so in the early part of this downswing here, and that we get the speed of rotation into the upper body, arms, and then club into this lower half of the golf swing. Let's go and have a look at my top 3 tips. Okay, so tip number one, I'd get you to get rid of your left arm off the club. You can do this hitting a ball once you've got more used to it. Ladies, maybe not as strong as gents watching this. So ladies, I'd recommend turn the club the other way around. Gents, I would also recommend that as well, because you'll be able to hear a whoosh noise that the club will generate, and that'll help you know that you've got the acceleration for the club head, which here is going to be represented by the handle because we've got the club upside down, in the right place. I'll put a link in the video here to another video I've done on how to improve your club head and swing speed, and that will kind of show you this drill as well, but not quite the same way, but you'll get the whoosh and it'll explain that to you. So we want the whoosh on this side of us. With your right hand, so we're going to take up your posture. Right hand you're going to place onto your left shoulder, okay? And what we're going to do here, so you're going to rotate your body to go into your backswing. And then what we want to work on doing here is moving from the ground upwards. So we're going to move the pressure in the feet going this way, so it rotates the kneecaps around. That rotates the pelvis around, so we get into this position here, and then we're going to whoosh that club through from there. So we should hear that whoosh noise on this side of the golf ball. And you can see if you do that, so again we're just going lower body rotating first, so the speed of rotation is in the lower body, then the upper body coming into it, and you stop here. If we now put the left hand on, you see you've got both arms extended because you've released your body round correctly. The right order of speed has been delivered. Lower body first, upper body, finally into that club head. And that'll help you learn that position of how it feels to go through and where that body needs to be. Okay, my second tip for you to get the lower body rotating and working towards the target first, and then the upper body following, would be to do a step drill. So if I just use this, the alignment poles on the floor here, what I want to work on is on my downswing, I want to work that this foot is further behind the pole than my right foot, because what happens when I do that is I get a rotation, which you can see there from this camera, into my hip, into my pelvis. So from this position here, my pelvis will look quite parallel to the pole underneath and the target line, but as I pull my foot back, you can see I get a rotate much easier towards the target. So you can either start with your feet in this position, it'll just make it a bit harder on your backswing to make the backswing, but if we from here we can rotate the body to the right into the backswing, and then you can work on pressuring into your left foot this way, and you see it's very easy for you to get that rotate into the body, club into this position, and then you can extend the arms out. So that's a really good way for you to work on what that feels like as you go through impact. Just literally split the feet, left foot, toes maybe in line with your right heel. Just go through, and you can hit balls doing this as well. So we're going to go up to the top, and then we're going to pressure into that left foot. So left knee working back over the heel into this position, getting used to being there, and look, we can release the club really easily through. Arms lovely and extended, and the speed in the club head has gone into the club head as you go through the ball. Okay, my final tip for helping you with this, you just need a solid wall. So if you've got a low brick wall at home, or you've just got a surface with a right angle, it could be an internal wall in the house. We're going to use that. If you set up with that opposite your left foot, what we need to do is when you go into to hit the ball, so again this is just to learn the position in your body, that when you swing the club back you want to turn your body and then deliver the shaft into this surface first. You don't want to be like this as you're coming in, okay, with your body not turned to the left. So we want to be turning the lower body and then delivering the shaft against that surface. Again, if you've got an impact bag, you could use that as well. That will do the same thing. But if you're using this here, so a good way to get the feeling of how to move your body to generate that is if you just put your right hand against that wall or your right forearm there like that, and then push your forearm as though you're trying to push against the wall, and you'll get the feeling of how your body and the muscles you need to use in your body work to do that. So you can see when I'm set up here and I'm trying to push my forearm this way with my body, you can see how my body's turning, and that's the kind of position that we want to generate being in, that the body's rotated towards the target but arms are still in this position here. And then if we moved away from that wall and we generated that position again here, so we're going, okay, so you've turned your body and you've got here, and then that's when you accelerate your arms through to get that full extension. Okay, so have a go at those 3 tips. They really will help you sequence the speed of rotation from the ground up through the body and then dissipating out through the arms into the club. Should get you turning your body much better through impact, then releasing and extending the arms, delivering the speed into the club head as you go through the ball for maximum shot distance, and to get the hands forwards of the club head and get that forward shaft lean as you're striking the ball for a much better strike. See how that goes. It's another game-changing golf tip.